So here we go. Coming to you at the 145-pound division. Fighting out of the blue corner from the yard. Standing 5 foot 7 inches 10 with a record of 7-5. Please welcome Demonte McQueen.
And something tells me that this gentleman is an independent fighter, or that he came with no corner, because his corner is Josh Crouch and Leslie Steiner, and he is certainly not from Atlantic MMA.
From everything that I could find on him, he's got more of a classical karate background, and which can be helpful. We do forget that American kickboxing does have the karate base and the boxing base, so he might be holding truer to the lineage, more so than what modern guys are doing, who are adding a lot more Muay Thai to their game. But he's also he has a holistic approach to his whole lifestyle. Using plants and herbs to heal himself, meditation and thought. These things
and his opponent fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 foot 8 inches tall with a record of 7 wins, 2 losses. From Rollins Kickboxing Academy, please welcome Brendan Rollins.
McQueen probably has a stronger mind and a stronger body that we can give him credit for, because we're only looking at a guy who didn't bring a corner, so we thinking, oh, that's lack of professionalism or whatever. But you know how many times these guys go out and do point karate tournaments? They go out and do variant tournaments like Taekwondo tournaments and things in their area. I think he's out of Georgia. So he's doing all of these other things. There are things that we don't even know that has prepared him for this moment. And Brandon Rollins,
Brandon Rollins, he is formerly of that Tap Out Fitness gym with Marcus Paul Davis, but now he's hanging out with Saul over at Immortales Fight Club and kind of doing his own thing with the Rollins Kickboxing Academy. I know he's teaching a lot of kids, but this is a guy who we've seen time and time again surprise us with how technical he can be, how fast he can be, for somebody who's doing a lot of teaching himself. Of course, he had that victory over Bobby Wasabi Martin way back in 2018. I think that was the last time we saw him at Fight For It. But he is an experienced kickboxer.
And he's going to have a little bit of advantage because he has his corner. He has people that have trained him, that know him in his corner.
You hear that?
Setting up a side kick from McQueen. You can just see the way he's standing. That's too far. That stance is too far away for a push kick.
And Rollins always comes in great physical shape. Both these guys looking good physical condition.
Using a Philly shell boxing style.
Yeah, that tight guard, that tight high guard that he likes, that's benefited him very well, especially against Bobby. Bobby Martin had a hard time landing through that guard. I rewatched that fight the other day, getting ready for this one. And I think already I'm seeing some different looks from Brandon Rollins that I hadn't quite seen before, especially from this switch stance.
Good knees to the body from Brandon.
And he's in there with Dale Fry. So these guys are practically going to get into a wrestling match.
If Rollins slows down and takes a look, he'll notice his opponent's chin is just sitting in the air to be hit. But he's smothering his own shots right now. He's rushing straight in.
Just by getting so far in.
Right. Just relax and he'll see it. You'll see the chin sticking up. I wouldn't be surprised to just throw up a right leg kick.
Okay. So McQueen now firing back. He's finally getting some shots in of his own, but Brandon Rollins' knees keep coming up. Dale laying down the law. No nonsense Dale Sunshine Fry there.
It was actually closer to I thought a knee to the head.
It was closer to the head than it was. Yeah. I think it was like collarbone area.
I think Rollins realized the chin is up now.
Yeah, Rollins is hurting him.
Because you see him pacing himself when he gets close to him now. He's not going straight to the clinch. He's coming in behind a high guard, watching through his guard, and then releasing. Watch. He sees that chin.
Yeah, he's finding it. Yeah, nice call, Seth. He's stepped in on it now.
More hands go now.
10 seconds left in this opening round.
Oh, my goodness. McQueen's got his mouth guard open. Let's say round 2 if this keeps up.
Great opening round for Brandon Rollins.
Yeah. It was. I mean, everybody in the room, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, everybody saw that. Everyone saw that.
McQueen maybe landed 2 punches, I believe, during
he's fighting so defensive. It's hard to give him anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And when even, you come from the fight world, I've been a kickboxer, I've been an MMA fighter, I want to be sympathetic, but at the same time, I want to be realistic. Like, come on now. Come on, guys. We're here to fight. Let's do that. You don't win fights in combat sports playing the defense. This is not, this in our sport, we make our marks by smashing other people in the head. That is what we do. This is not basketball where the contact's incidental.
Yeah.
This is not football where you share it with 12 other guys. This is direct. And if you're going to be in this sport, you've got to be prepared for that. And he's too defensive right now. I don't think he's 100% as prepared as he could have been. Even with 12 fights under his belt, he should know better than this. He's not fighting like a guy with 12 fights. We saw some O&Os earlier.
Some of those fights might have been in Saskatchewan.
We saw some O&Os earlier who fought with a lot more dignity than this.
All right, round 2.
If he keeps up what he's doing, Brandon's going to get him out of there.
Immediately backing up before the first blows are even exchanged. Just shows a lot of doubt.
Yeah. You hear his corner, take your time, because they know the chin's up, and he hasn't fixed it.
Yeah.
The body's leaning forward, and the chin is in the air.
Every knee to the body Brandon Rollins lands is a big one. You can hear him.
Yes.
And they add up. It doesn't take long, even though these are only 2-minute rounds. They add up quick when you're getting as many as he is. Oh,
there's that head kick.
That was pretty clean. Not quite clean enough to knock him out, but, man, he is on Hurt Street.
Anything to the head now is going to work for him. All he has to do is just throw it in the general direction.
Yeah, Brandon Rollins is not the type of guy who throws an enormous amount of head kicks or has an extreme amount of head kick finishes, but he does have nice combinations and nice setups that lead to kicks, whether they're low like that one to the body. I'd love to see him start switching it up to the head more, especially if he's going to be taking fights with no headgear like this.
Come out, let him out. Here we go.
Nice.
McQueen is really slowing to the point of getting trapped in these corners by Rollins now.
Nice.
Saul from Immortalis is loving the knees from Brandon Rollins, sounds like.
At this point.
Yeah. Brandon Rollins is a guy who finishes people with the hands more often than not, and he's finally put the hands on him. As I say that, the commentator's curse comes in, and he lands a super clean head kick to the side of the face.
Good body shot.
Man, let me tell you, Demonte McQueen has taken 2 big head kicks in that round and stood up like they were nothing. I mean, this guy, say what you want about him, he's got a chin on him.
Yeah, but the only problem is it's sitting in the air.
Yes.
Demonte McQueen is wishing right now that he was still at home. The body language tells me he doesn't want to be in here, and I don't know if he can survive another 2 minutes. I think he's ready to quit on the stool.
They're done.
He doesn't look like he's ready to go.
And they're going to call it.
Yep.
Demonte McQueen is going to quit on the stool here.
Yep.
He's been hit in the body so many times. I don't think he can keep going. You got to raise your hands higher than that, Dale. Thank you. Thank you. People can't see when you do it down here at the waistline, buddy. Brandon Rollins, by technical stoppage, by fighter withdrawal, whatever you want to call it, he picks up the finish at the end of round dose.
I think when when Dale said you didn't get hit low and get up, I think it changed it. No, just that didn't make
He
a difference in the fight.
put it on him.
Fighter
for
to the
2
center of the
straight
ring.
rounds. Frankly, Brandon Rollins has never looked better, and he picks up a finish.
Your
in his
winner
return to
by
fight
corner
for it.
stoppage, fighting out of the red corner, Brandon Rollins, fighting out of Immortals MMA.
Immortales.
Immortals MMA.
Immortales.
That's right.
What are you going to do?
It was wrong on
All we
you.
can do is
I
tell
promise.
him. All we can
Immortales.
Immortales.